Hannity and Colmes, we're glad you're with us. I'm Sean Hannity. We are right to our top story tonight. Earlier today, I sat down with Senator McCain and Governor Palin on the campaign trail at the headquarters of Lutron Electronics in Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look. You just came off your debate last night, Senator, and you just came off your debate last Thursday. Do you critique each other? Do you give each other advice?
No, the only advice we give each other is to have fun. 2 words. And we talk before the debates and just to have fun. And it was obvious that certainly Sarah was having fun at her debate, and I was trying to have fun at mine, and I think we did.
But you did have fun. And was there a moment maybe before the debate where you're nervous, you begin to feel the pressure? It ended up being, what, 70 some odd million people. We don't know the numbers from last night watching the debate. Is that rolling through your head, or are you just focused on what the mission is?
Just focusing on the mission. And it was helpful, though, that you called me right beforehand, and he said those 2 words. He said,
have fun.
Have fun.
No pressure. But while I have you both together, I want to talk about, Governor, we discussed that you two had discussed the role that Governor Palin would play in the McCain administration. Between the two of you, Senator, we'll start with you. Tell us, what do you envision for the governor as her role?
Well, first of all, she's probably one of the foremost experts in this nation on energy issues. She was responsible for, make a long story short, a pipeline, the $40 billion pipeline bringing natural gas from Alaska down to the lower 48. She has been involved in these issues of energy in many unique ways, including being on the board that oversights the natural gas and oil resources and other resources of the state of Alaska. And so I think that there's nobody more qualified to take on our mission of becoming energy independent. Second, obviously she's been a great reformer. I still don't think a lot of Americans appreciate what it's like for a Republican to take on an incumbent sitting governor of your own party. It almost never happens. They wait till they retire or whatever it is. So it's clear that she's got a great record of reform. And finally, you know, there's special needs families. When you after a debate, you always kind of wish you'd have said something. And one thing that I wanted to say was that at our town hall meetings, we have lots of families show up with children that have autism and other special needs families. Obviously, Sarah Palin wants to take on that task of helping relieve the burden, find what's causing autism, find a cure for it. And so I think that those responsibilities, not only would I like for her to do, but she's uniquely qualified to do.
And on top of all the other responsibilities of being vice president, and that means national security,
yes,
and all the other issues.
Could I just interrupt 1 second?
You could do whatever you want.
Energy is national security. National security is energy. If we don't become independent of foreign oil, we're going to have greater national security challenges.
Maybe then I can have you two debate among yourselves on this one point. Because Governor Palin, you have said that you're working on Senator McCain on the issue of Anwar. And you said you haven't had the success yet, but you're still trying.
The important thing to remember, though, is that we're on the same page in understanding it has to be an all-of-the-above approach to dealing with the energy crisis that we are in. It's got to be the alternative sources of energy getting plugged into the solution here. Certainly the domestic supplies of conventional sources also being tapped into. And then we've got to remind Americans that an effort has got to be even greater today towards conservation, because these finite resources that we're dealing with, obviously, once the oil is gone, it's gone. Once the gas is gone, it's gone. And I think our nation has really become kind of spoiled in that arena. So it's an all-of-the-above approach that he embraces, and that's good. That will lead us to that energy independence, as opposed to the other ticket where they have said no, no, no to every domestic solution that has been proposed. And that was kind of perplexing last night, listening to Barack Obama's position all of a sudden, saying yay to clean coal and perhaps yay to offshore. He's so on record as having opposed, and Senator Biden also having opposed those. So, I think last night, coming away from your debate too, one of the things that I got out of it was I think Barack Obama is drilling for votes. I don't think that he's too keen on drilling for those sources of energy that we need.
Well, you had pointed out about Governor Biden had once said, used the word raping the outer continental shelf, proponents of drilling. But last night you brought up the fact that Senator Obama was against nuclear energy.
Yeah.
So we've got to develop the technology. Look, go to the United States Navy. We're sailing ships with nuclear power plants to visit the French, the British, the Japanese. They all reprocess spent nuclear fuel. What Senator Obama has done, he's very good with words. He's very eloquent. But when you look past it, he has opposed offshore drilling and he has opposed nuclear power. I mean, again, one of the things I was trying to stress in the campaign, in the debate last night, look at the gap between his rhetoric and his record. The most liberal senator in the United States Senate. That's why I urged the people watching last night, go to these websites of the National Taxpayers Union, the Citizens Against Government Waste, and these other watchdog organizations. Finally, this may sound a bit gratuitous, but at least because Governor Palin, Sarah Palin, is so persuasive, I would like to come to Alaska. I haven't been there in many years anyway. And maybe I'll agree to go visit that area and have a look.
Are you going to take him out? Are you going to take him moose hunting?
Yeah, let's do that too.
Would you do that, Senator?
Catch some fish.
But if
moose hunting is